Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Bernard. You okay?
Yeah, could you just start off by saying what your role is in Chorlton Good Neighbours?
So I'm a visiting support worker and I go around the community of Chorlton and visit individuals in the home and take them out if needed and what's needed to suit their best needs at that present moment in time, really.
Okay, and you also go on the trips, don't you?
I do, yeah.
And how have they gone?
They've gone brilliant. I found that everyone's really enjoyed them and everyone's been really enthusiastic about them. It's two different trips, so two different experiences, Bernard.
Okay, well let's talk about the first one at Mellor it's in a sort of country pub, isn't it?
It is, yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah. Did you notice any difference between the Mellor trip and the one to Llandudno, which is more recent?
To be honest, it was completely different, Bernard.
In what way?
The Mellor trip was everyone was more together. Even though we were very separate because we sat down on tables and it could feel very segregated, like a group of friends, but then it was very nice. Whereas the Llandudno trip, everybody was free to explore Llandudno. And
so they scattered to the four winds.
It was totally independent.
Did volunteers go with them? Because I know somebody I talked to about Llandudno trip said she was a bit wary because she knew Llandudno was very hilly.
Yeah, that's correct.
So did volunteers go around with people as well?
Yeah, so volunteers, I myself went around with a lady even. So volunteers went around with people for various reasons. It could be to push a wheelchair if someone felt as if that they couldn't sustain the walking throughout the day. It could just be the support, the emotional support again. The lady I was with, she didn't need to be pushed in a wheelchair. It was just to chaperone her and that added security of somebody is there.
Well, they might not be a wheelchair user. Were they using a rollator or they were just walking?
Yeah, there was many of them that was on rollators and that was being chaperoned and independently walking themselves as well.
So they just need to know that if something happens or that they get too tired, there's somebody on hand to help.
I think it's that security, Bernard, that security of knowing that if something did go wrong, there is someone there that can help.
What sort of comments do you get from people?
It's really positive comments. To be honest, with the Llandudno trip, the weather was horrendous. It was raining the whole way, so there was many of people that was dreading it. And then when we stepped into Llandudno, it was gorgeous weather, and on the way back, everybody on the coach was just beaming with happiness and expressing how much of a great day they've had, and they just loved every aspect about it.
Yeah, somebody I talked to about it said that usually, because she goes on a lot of these coach trips, says usually people are so exhausted they just fall asleep on the way back. But after the Llandudno one, everybody was buzzing.
Everybody was buzzing.
Am I right? You always have a bus that's got a wheelchair lift?
Yeah, that's correct.
And it's not just people in wheelchairs who need that, is it?
No, it's not. There's many of people that just struggle with the stairs.
As I found, the stairs are very steep on coaches, aren't they? Very difficult. So being able to go up assisted by somebody holding onto them is also very useful as well, isn't it?
It is. It makes a big difference.
Why aren't there more trips?
Well, that isn't something that I can answer to, really, Bernard.
Well, all I'm saying there is that if there were more, I'm sure they'd be full too.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think I can say this as someone who's getting old and can't walk very far as well, is that going on long holidays, planned holidays and planes and things like that disappears as an option.
Of course.
So if you want to get away, day trips and things like that are a real boon.
I think we have to look at affordability as well, and we have to look at all the different aspects.
I accept your point about you can't just say why should there be more, but I think one of the problems there is that they take an awful lot of organisation anyway, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Because you've got to make sure everybody's available, know what people's requirements are, get the volunteers ready.
Of course, yeah. It's making
sort out problems if the coach doesn't arrive on time, that type of thing.
Yeah. All in different aspects.
Are there any other features of it that I've kind of missed out?
I just want to add in as well, there was a lady I was speaking to this morning. I asked her specifically what did she enjoy about the trips when volunteers chaperone, and she just expressed how it's just nice to feel special even for that day or that moment, and it's just nice to have that support, even if it's not physically needed. It's just more mentally to know that you've got that added security, which is just really nice and refreshing to know.
Yeah. What do you think the volunteers' experience is like?
I think that they had a brilliant experience. If I talk from my own point of view,